Hi guys, welcome back to the home and Homestead. My name is Rebecca, and today on the Homestead we'll be doing some crock pot cooking. We'll be doing some slow cooker, rosemary and thyme chicken dumpling soup. Using a crock pot or slow cooker is a wonderful way to put a few ingredients together and make a delicious meal you can basically set and forget, and it does the work while you're doing other things. So come along and cook with me while we do some crock pot cooking. Alright, first we're going to work on making the soup portion. So in our slow cooker, we'll take the lid off and we'll add 1 cup of carrots that I've diced. It's about 3 carrots, and a half cup of celery that I diced. It's about 2 stalks of celery. A half a cup of onion that I diced. That's about 1 medium onion. And 2 cloves of garlic that's minced. If you use the pre-minced garlic, that's about a teaspoon of the minced garlic. Next we'll add a half cup of white wine. If you don't have or want to cook with the white wine, you could just simply add to the chicken stock amount that I'll give in just a moment. We'll add 2 cups of chicken stock. Mix this together a little bit. Now to that we'll add 2 chicken breasts. That's boneless, skinless chicken breast. You can also use chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. The pre-portioned boneless, skinless chicken breasts and chicken thighs from Costco work perfect for this. You can just cut off one of the little packets, and then it usually has 2 chicken breasts and about 4 to 5 chicken thighs in there. Now we'll add 2 sprigs of fresh rosemary. This is rosemary from our garden, so it's a rather big sprig, so I'm just going to do the 1. And about 2 sprigs of fresh thyme. And again, this is from our herb garden. You can check out my video on how to dehydrate and preserve your herbs from your herb garden, or you can pick up some fresh herbs from the grocery store as well. If you don't have fresh rosemary or thyme, you can do 1 tablespoon of dry minced rosemary and 1 teaspoon of dry minced thyme, and just sprinkle that over the top of the chicken. And last but not least, we'll add 3 tablespoons of butter. And I've cut that into little portions so I can evenly spread it on top of the herbs and the chicken. Now we'll put the cover back on and we'll turn on our slow cooker. We'll put it on low for 6 hours or high for 3 hours. So now we'll let the slow cooker do its thing and cook our soup for us. Alright, so the 6 hours of cook time have finished. So we'll take the lid off here. Now remove the rosemary and thyme sprigs. And now we'll take the chicken breasts out. We'll just shred the chicken with a couple of forks. Now we'll add the chicken back into the slow cooker. Gotta mix it into the soup broth here. And we'll put the cover back on. And now we'll just add a few ingredients to give the soup a nice creamy broth. So in this measuring cup I have a half cup of milk, half cup of heavy cream, and a tablespoon of cornstarch, and then I mix the cornstarch in to make a slurry. So we'll add that mixture in here. Just mix this together. The cornstarch will thicken a little bit, and the milk and heavy cream will help give this a cream base. Now we'll add salt and pepper to taste. I like to start with a half teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. We'll mix that in. And now we'll work on making the dumplings. Okay, so in the small mixing bowl we have 1 cup of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'll add a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of minced rosemary and 1 teaspoon of minced thyme. Then we'll add a 1/2 cup of milk and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. And we'll mix all of these ingredients together to make our dumpling dough. And there we go. Now let's head back over to the slow cooker so we can get these dumplings put in to the soup and cooked. So for making the dumplings, you can either take 2 spoons and create a dumpling that way, or you could use a little scooper to create dumplings, or you could just form them with your hands as well. I'm going to use 2 spoons. This helps to make a little more of a uniform sized dumpling. And we'll just drop them into the soup. Okay, now we'll turn the slow cooker back on. We'll put it on high, and that'll help cook these dumplings. I'm just going to gently push them down into the liquid of the soup. We'll put the cover back on and get these dumplings cooked. Alright guys, the slow cooker rosemary thyme chicken dumpling soup is all finished. When I first took the lid off, all the dumplings were across the top, and you can leave that as that is and then take a portion out and scoop it out as you're serving. But I wanted to stir it around to show you how it looks and that it can be a rather thick stew type consistency. If you wanted more of a thinner chicken soup, just add another 2 to 4 cups of chicken broth that's heated through. And you can add it at this point as well. And that'll give you more of a soup consistency. So let me just portion out some of this here. Nice big pieces of chicken and nice big rosemary thyme dumplings here. Really is a hearty and delicious chicken dumpling soup or stew, and it was easily prepared in the slow cooker. So tasty. This would also pair really well with a rustic bread, such as the Italian bread that I made in the Hearty Soups and Rustic Bread series, or perhaps the buttermilk biscuits that we made together as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed our time together in the kitchen while we did this crock pot cooking. We made this slow cooker rosemary and thyme chicken dumpling soup. This is a really wonderful dish to prepare on a cold day, or to get started while you're busy doing some projects or at work, to come home to a hearty and delicious soup or stew with these dumplings that really make it a thick and satisfying dinner after a long day. Well, if you're new to the channel, I would appreciate you subscribing. If you're new to the channel, please check out some other videos I have. I have numerous videos on recipes, canning, and other food preservation, as well as organization and home decor. If you enjoyed this video in particular, please give it a thumbs up. See you next time. Take care.